It was a small house and we were looking for the masjid to buy something, and this house came in to the view of the people. Then the house was very small, but the land was very much. So the house was about 3-bedroom house, and it was an old house, and the land was about 9, something like that. So we started in 1988, we bought that place. We felt that the responsibility and need that we need to have a bigger mosque here than what we had. Then we started designing the mosque and we started planning, and Brother Farooqi made the design, the structural design and electrical design. All that was done, and the mosque was completed in 2005.
First and foremost, I've been in this community for almost 18 years. In fact, I've seen this community grow quite a little bit from a very small masjid they had, and then they made this big, beautiful masjid, mashallah. So I've seen a lot of changes, and I've seen this community evolve. You can be very critical of many things that you perhaps want to see that you haven't seen. But first of all, I'd like to say that yes, there are a lot of things that this community and this masjid has achieved in the past. So, may Allah bless all the brothers and sisters who have worked very hard in bringing this. But still, we feel that there's still a lot of challenges, especially, I think, for me personally, it's our youth.
I moved from Chicago to Des Plaines as soon as I heard about the groundbreaking to build a new Islamic Community Center in Des Plaines, Illinois. I was looking for a perfect place for my 2 little kids, my 4-year-old Hamza and 2-year-old Shireen. But I was a little disappointed when the masjid did not have a full-time school, nor a room place for kids' activities or youth.
As the case is with every kid, they like to play also. And then we don't want our kids to think of the mosque as a playing ground, because it is a place of dhikr, a place of remembrance of Allah. So I think if there were any other facilities where the kids can play outside the mosque, this will enhance a little bit the desire for the kids to come to the masjid.
When you walk into the ICCD building, you will be amazed by the phenomenal structure, spacious hallways, but the fact that this building lacks programs and activities is exactly like a body without a spirit.
I've been a part of the ICCD community for just about my whole life, which is 17, 18 years, and this is the main masjid that I've been coming to. One thing I feel that has brought me here is just salah, praying the 5 daily prayers on and off. While the masjid itself has grown in many ways, the parking lot expansion, the carpeting change, many other things, the youth have never been impacted. I would only sometimes see my friends in Taraweeh. We would kind of hang out after Taraweeh, but apart from that, we didn't really have any connection to the masjid.
Throughout the years, as I grew up through this community, I realized that those activities were mainly towards the younger children that were going to Hifz and everything, but it wasn't towards the youth, like the teenagers, and I think that's what they were lacking. And when it comes to teenagers at this point, I feel like with this new ICCD board, we're starting to do better in engaging them to come to the masjid.
And honestly, since this new management, it's a fairly new management, but I do think that they definitely have great intentions. They're moving in the right direction. Just to give you an example, I think just like the weekend that just went, and maybe a couple of weeks ago, they already held some really good programs that were aimed for the youth.
We love to be growing community. We like to have a gym and a school, so that's why we request everybody to come and join us to donate generously for the cause of a school, gym, and whatever future we can build in for our community especially for the youngster.
I would like to have a place where you can exercise, you can do gym, you can play basketball, you can have sports. I wish for having a gym, a cafeteria, and we can also have classrooms and have a lot of things, a STEM and art room. We can also have our recess places. We can have a park to play when it's recess time.
I enjoyed my Hifz experience. I had a lot of students with me. I had a lot of friends that were very nice to me. And it was overall a great experience. Some things that can maybe improve is when I used to do Hifz here, we didn't really have a gym. We couldn't really play a lot of sports like basketball, soccer, volleyball.
I want the new board to not only provide us with sports activities, but also with leadership activities where the youth can learn leadership roles so that they can lead the masjid in the future.
I do feel like this masjid, it should have more youth programs, which instead of being run by elders, it should be run by the youth, because at the end of the day, no one can understand the youth better than the youth themselves. They know what they want to engage in. They know they understand what current trends are. So having a youth program led by the youth for the youth is especially crucial for the growth of ICCD.
We have gymnasium project which we are planning to have in this masjid locality. So we just need an expansion back to the masjid. So we have a good plan and layout to expand the existing schools. We have like a regular full-time school, which is ICCD Academy, which is running in a full-fledged from preschool to 5th grade. We want to expand that school. Also, we want to add that school with a weekend school, which we already have the Saturday and Sunday. So we want to expand that as well, in addition to full-time school. And we want to have like a full-time like Arabic teacher.
So we, the new elected board, decided to make the long-due change the community has been waiting for. We want to start a new era to establish a better future for us and for our kids. The youth are the future of this community, and we need to make sure that we have a place for them to nurture, play, and to interact with each other in Islamic environmental atmosphere. Together, we can empower our community by creating more educational programs. We can enable our youth by providing transformational environments and establish better, stronger social bonds between our community members and the surrounding neighbors from other faiths.
Think about the ICCD mosque. Alhamdulillah, I personally think, and this is not my own opinion only, but it is one of the most active masajids in the Chicagoland area. ICCD Mosque being in the heart of the Chicagoland area. The O'Hare Airport is nearby. You know, it's very correct to say that ICCD should be in the front of all the Islamic centers in the Chicagoland area.
The other thing is, I think we want to continue with one of the strong points of this masjid, diversity and inclusion. And that, alhamdulillah, summa alhamdulillah, I would say, it's a great point at this masjid, especially with this new management. I mean, if you look at all the newly elected members, they come from diverse range of background.
I would say easily there is about 10, 12 nationalities in this masjid. Easily, if you count how many different Muslim backgrounds are in this mosque of ICCD.
The ICCD is working tirelessly to build something bigger than just construction. We are building relationships. We are carving the future of our esteemed kids with modern and up to expectation facilities. We are on a mission. We are establishing the ICCD legacy, excellence, and its commitment to developing the leaders of tomorrow.